Welcome back to Houston Life. You know, tomorrow is the first day of fall, and there's an important annual event that coincides with this day. Fall prevention. This is an issue that's near and dear to Derek and me, and we know for many of you, our viewers, as well. An estimated 1 in 4 seniors over the age of 65 will fall each year, and falls are the leading cause of both fatal and non-fatal injuries among older adults in the U.S. This is the stage in life for us, for our parents, that no one told us about, and we felt ill-prepared. And maybe you feel the same way.
So, of course, we wanted to do something about it and help prevent falling for you or someone you love. Joining us now is physical therapist Bill Case, Houston City Council member at large Sally Alcorn, and Aunt Sally Alcorn as well. We've got two Sallys, 90 years old.
90.
Incredible. And a radio, television, film major from U of H back in the 50s. Glad to bring it full circle. Listen, when we hear about these stats that 1 in 4 seniors over the age of 65 will fall each year and that they can have fatal consequences, that's terrifying for a lot of people. Sally, I know this is very personal for you.
Right, definitely. My mother suffered a devastating fall in June of 2021. She fractured her ankle. That led to surgery and a painful and difficult and ultimately unsuccessful recovery, and she passed away 10 months later.
She is
so
beautiful,
sorry.
and we are so sorry. But this sort of decline is common for many seniors after a fall.
Right. They lose their independence, and even though she was 90 and had a wonderful life, that quality of life towards the end was really bad because of the fall. So in 2008, the National Council on Aging started this Falls Prevention Awareness Day to do a campaign to educate the public and to tell people about ways that they can prevent falling, because most falls are preventable.
They really are. And Bill, that's where you come in, physical therapist, and you work with our seniors and the aging population. But I feel like this is it's a family involvement, because everybody needs to be on the same page for these types of preventions.
This is true, and I'm a believer that the falls are preventable, and the biggest reason, the most important reason that someone can do to prevent a fall is just having good posture. I mean, posture is everything, because without posture you can't have balance, and so that's the reason we have Aunt Sally here with us today to kind of go over some balancing exercises. But one important point that I bring out to all my patients is that the posture is important for your balance, because when you're upright you can pick up your feet, and you can move your arms, and you can be stable and secure. Because the number one reason why people fall is from a trip. 99.9% of the reason they fall is from a trip. So we've all seen someone that kind of walks maybe leaning over, their center of gravity is forward, and they kind of walk on their toes.
Right?
They shuffle, and it's a setup for a trip and a stumble and a fall. And so it's one of these things that is preventable. And so consequently, I've found that with educating patients as far as working on their strength, balance, flexibility, and posture each morning, just 10 minutes in the morning, just things that they can do. Tomorrow they'll learn a lot of exercises. Today I just want to show a couple, but at that time people can see there are some simple things that you can do at home to start the day.
Okay,
Right.
Bill, let's do it.
And tomorrow, I do want the audience to know, is our actual event. The
Yeah.
city's been doing this event for over 10 years. It's Falls Prevention Day on the first day of fall, and we're doing it at the Denver Harbor Multi-Service Center starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow, so we hope you'll come join us.
Everyone is invited. It's such an important resource. We're glad you're doing it. And at that event, seniors can learn some of the exercises you're about to show us. Right?
Yes, there's going to be about 20 minutes of exercising, and so there are a lot of variations in using like matter of balance and Tai Chi, and these are the things they can, most seniors can go to any community-based, evidence-based center that Houston provides specifically for people that are having work on their balance.
Okay,
Right.
walk us through it.
So it's a great opportunity to share. So from this position, what I might have Aunt Sally do, first I'm going to have you turn sideways, Sally.
Okay.
And so at home, when you wake up in the morning, most people are going to be a little stiff, tight, and sore, maybe sometimes even disoriented, but if nothing else, it's a nice way to start making sure you pick up your feet when you're walking. So I'm just going to ask you just to high step march. And so as she's doing that, it doesn't matter whether she comes up to 90 degrees or just a little bit. It's designed, this exercise, whatever people can do. I like to say that kind of motion is lotion for your joints and your muscles, and when you start off in the morning, it's a nice way to kind of jumpstart your body.
How does that feel, Aunt Sally?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah? Okay.
But most importantly, what I like to say is they stand up straight. So she's holding herself there, and that's fine. And so be secure, walk in place, and then that's something that you can just keep on walking. That's something that you can do 10 or 15 times. You can stop. She can do this in the island in the kitchen, you know, while she's waiting for the microwave to go off. But most important, it's a real simple movement to do, really to start working on picking up your feet.
And it's really important for mobility too, because if you're not moving around, the body gets stagnant and it starts to get stiffen.
Absolutely. And if she's standing up straight, you can see it's much easier to pick up your feet versus when you lean over. Okay, so I want you to face the chair, please. Another exercise to exercise and wake up your ankles and your feet. I'm going to have you while you're standing there just to kind of raise up on your toes, and then hold on and just pick up your toes. Up on your heels, up. Back and forth. So essentially you're working the muscles in the lower leg to pick up her feet. So when she's walking, she picks up her feet. And then her calf muscle is going up, and it helps when she's pushing off. And all the while she's standing up straight, but practicing this kind of translates into normal walking during the day. Also, as we do. So by you've kind of gone through all these things, 10 minutes in the morning, you're kind of ready to start your day.
Right.
And the last one I want you to do is just face this way, so sideways. And I'm going to ask you just to stand on one leg. Doesn't matter which one you stand, just slightly bend the knee, hold on, and just pick the leg about an inch up off the floor. In this position, you're working on balance for all your joints. So this is great for your ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, and your posture. And as you're standing there holding it, you should feel it in your thigh muscle. And so consequently, 10 or 15 seconds, then you can switch over, 10 or 15 seconds, 2 or 3 times, and that's all you do. To make it harder, if you really get good and you're holding for a longer period of time, you can release your hand or just release some of the pressure just to challenge yourself. But once again, no more than a minute. All these exercises won't take more than 10, and as you kind of go through these every day, it's just a great way to kind of jumpstart your body, mainly to prevent a fall, because strength, balance, flexibility, and posture is the key. But the good news is, falling is not an inevitable part of the aging process. It is preventable.
Preventable, and that we cannot overstate enough. Thank you so much, physical therapist Bill Case and Sally Alcorn, and the other Sally Alcorn, City Council member at large. Thanks so much for stopping by and helping keep us safe.
Pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
here.
And go to tomorrow's event, by the way. That falls prevention event is happening again tomorrow as part of a nationwide campaign led by the National Council on Aging. It starts at 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Denver Harbor Multi-Service Center. By the way, Bill has a book out as well.
Oh, that is great. And it's called Stand Tall, Don't Fall. If you would like to purchase it, we do have a link on the Scene On section of HoustonLife.tv. Don't worry, Mom, yours is coming.